Have you ever read a book that just stays with you? Like, you can't shake it?
Oh, absolutely.
Half-Blood Blues by Esi Edugyan. That's one of those for me.
Wow, I can see why.
It just pulls you right into Nazi-occupied Europe and then post-war Paris.
Uh-huh.
And it does it all through the lives of these jazz musicians. They're called the Hot Time Swingers.
Okay.
And their story, man, it's got this energy, but there's a darkness to it, too.
Yeah, I can see that.
So in this deep dive, we're going to kind of try and unpack why this novel is so powerful.
That sounds good.
And we'll look at how Edugyan explores memory and identity all through the lens of music.
I think one of the first things that grabs you about this book
Yeah.
is just the way Edugyan writes.
Yeah.
It's not just that her writing is beautiful, which it is, but it has this almost like musicality to it. It's like she captures the essence of jazz in the words themselves. Like you can almost hear the improvisation, the rhythm.
That's so true. And the way she structures the story, too. Jumping back and forth between past and present, that's not just a gimmick. It's like peeling back layers of a memory, you know?
Right, like uncovering a melody that's been hidden.
Exactly. And then you've got Sid Griffiths. He's our narrator, right?
Yeah.
And his perspective on things, especially his relationship with Hiero Falk, the trumpet
Oh,
player.
Hiero. He's fascinating.
He's such a complex character.
Yeah, and to think, a mixed-race German jazz prodigy in Nazi Germany.
Right. Talk about being caught in the crosshairs of history.
He really embodies all the tension and prejudice of the time. He's not just some historical figure in the background. He represents something much bigger.
Absolutely. And this leads right into one of the big themes Edugyan is playing with, memory.
Yeah.
She's not just laying out the historical facts, she's asking us to think about how we remember and how memory can be, well,
Tricky.
tricky is a good word for it. Unreliable, maybe?
Definitely unreliable.
Yeah.
The past isn't set in stone. It shifts depending on who's telling the story and how much time has passed.
That's one of the things that struck me, how different characters remember events so differently.
Right.
It makes you wonder, who do you believe? Whose version is the truth?
And beyond the historical aspect, there's all this very human stuff going on.
Totally.
I mean, the ambition, the rivalry between the
It's
musicians.
the sacrifices they make for their art.
Exactly. It's a story about relationships and creativity against this, like, crazy backdrop.
And you can't talk about Half-Blood Blues without talking about the music itself, the jazz.
Right. It's not just some background music.
It's the core of everything.
It's how these musicians connect,
how they speak to each other.
how they express their joy and their pain and their defiance, you know, when words just aren't enough.
You know what's interesting to me? It's like the music is holding all their memories.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Even with all the historical details, Half-Blood Blues is really a story about how these people are tied together by their love for jazz and how those connections are stretched and tested by everything around them.
That brings us back to why this book resonates so much with people.
Yeah.
It's because Edugyan shows us how our memories, both personal and collective, shape who we are, and how art, especially something as powerful as jazz, can both reflect and challenge who we are.
So Half-Blood Blues, it's not just a historical novel. It's a story about memory and identity and the power of art, all set to the rhythm of jazz in a time of huge upheaval.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How do our memories shape not just how we see the past, but also how we create in the present? How does remembering or forgetting affect our creative impulses?
I'll definitely be thinking about that.
Me too.
Amazing book. Definitely recommend checking it out.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive. Until next time.
It was a pleasure.